Good evening, everybody. Welcome to America's Third Party and the brand new format for the time being. We just had a complete computer crash last night, and we are coming back to you every day now with our laptop backup system. Yeah, so much for Dell computers. They last about a year and a half. So far, we are it's good we have the backup system because it makes a big difference. Without it, we would not be able to do the show. So I'm going to bring in a couple of backgrounds and you guys can choose which one you like. No, we didn't have, no, it wasn't a CoinHive issue. This was a, computer overheating issue due to the fact that we were running all five of our chat rooms on the same platform, and for some reason it wasn't jiving with the computer. Even though we have an almost identical laptop i7 construction, we were having problems with the bigger computer that we had purchased. So all it really was the computer had the blue screen of death where they have a recovery disk that has to come in. You like the one with the peace sign? Cool. Except the peace sign won't be behind, it'll be behind me, you won't see it. Anyway, I'll show you what it looks like. So that'll be me. And the other one is, you gotta be me, you gotta be me. That looks kind of interesting too, except you're seeing the back of my green screen over there. Of course, if I sit over here, it'll be okay. You like the first one? It's your choice, really. I mean, I only have a few choices here. This one or that one. All right, so the iVlog show I got to get into. Let me go over there. We set this up earlier, and I'll be right there to do it. Okay, let's see. Okay, here I am again. Welcome to the show with the anti-war rally. Good evening. No, Dylan, I don't download porn, but thank you for offering. I can tell you that the Dell computer systems are, this was a refurbished model that was telling me I had high CPU usage. And I saw the screen for about the past 5 or 6 nights. And then today, last night I went to turn the computer off and it wouldn't shut off. So I ended up trying to restart the computer, and then it froze. Then I got the blue screen of death. But it's okay because we ordered a recovery disk for Windows 10, and that should fix the mainframe computer. And if not, I'm still looking for another computer. So Sponheim statue erected. Dildo Newfoundland erectus, a 40-foot statue of David John Sponheim. I didn't know that. I'm going to have to go to Google Map and look at if there's a dildo Newfoundland to verify, to check do a little fact check, okay? I think it's important to fact check everything, whether you believe it or not. Let's go to Dildo, Newfoundland. There is a Dildo, Newfoundland. Okay, folks. Yes, there is. So there is a possibility that they're going to construct a large edifice. Is this a projected look at whether the edifice is true or not, or is this just a Photoshop paste up? Because if this is true, the if true statue will go down in history as one of the greatest statues ever to be erected. The if true statue. So yeah, we'll wait and see if this happens. Thanks so much for all the work you folks are doing at Dildo, Newfoundland. Of course, I don't have any knowledge of what you're doing or how you're funding this, but if it's true, I really believe that you've made a big step in the right direction, because I believe it is true. What an honor, I know, to have a 40-foot statue erected in my honor. Thank you, Insane Canadian. If Dildo loves me, I love Dildo. Thank you so much for being a part of our show too. Yeah, it looks like Dildo Newfoundland is, and I have a neighbor that comes from Newfoundland. He'll be excited to find out that we have people in Dildo that are absolutely amazed at all the work we're doing to create a third party. Yeah, that's exciting. Good times for a lot of people. Not everyone's having good times though. Some people are suffering, and we need to focus on that tonight. Not me having some great fun time talking about Dildo, Newfoundland. Yeah, I've got this link here of the New York Times. Let's see if it's still there. Yeah, let's take a look. Here's a senator that's not happy with what Trump said. Richard Durbin, Democrat from Illinois.
As Senator Grant made his presentation, the president interrupted him several times with questions, and in the course of his comments, said things which were hate-filled, vile, and racist. I cannot believe that in the history of the White House, in that Oval Office, any president has ever spoken the words that I personally heard our president speak yesterday. To no surprise, the president started tweeting this morning denying that he used those words.
Yeah.
It is not true. He said these hate-filled things, and he said them repeatedly.
Okay, Dick Durbin has verified that Donald Trump has in fact used the word shithole to describe Haiti and Africa. Yeah. So we have a problem here. Donald Trump contradicting Dick Durbin. Yep. So who do you believe, Dick or Don? I believe Dick. I don't believe Dick would lie, because he had numerous witnesses to verify that Donald Trump did call Haiti a shithole. Now, Donald Trump is claiming he never said that. So you've got a president that's willing to bold-faced lie about what he said in front of other people. We've got a problem, folks. Houston, we've got a problem. How's the audio, everybody? Are you able to hear me okay? Is it pretty decent? We tried to get the mic to sound as good as last night. Maybe a little sound like hollow, more so than on the old computer. It's good. Okay, good. I'm glad we got everything cool. Yeah, so do you have audio footage of him saying that? No, I don't, but Dick Durbin has verified it, and we have others that have verified it as well. There's more evidence that the word shithole was used.
The President of the United States is racist. The President quoted here, why are we having all these people from shithole countries, quote,
blue-hole countries,
blank countries?
using an expletive, S-hole countries,
Vulgar language.
expletive countries,
Not racial, not racially charged, racist. Haiti's policy is not to repeat the profanity, which a chorus of Trump critics have called racist and un-American.
President Trump said something that almost every single person in America actually agrees with. An awful lot of immigrants come to this country from other places that aren't very nice.
His supporters made excuses, continue to make excuses for him.
This is who Trump is. He doesn't care. He shoots for a minute. And if he offends some people, fine.
And I can hear them now telling me, oh, Donald didn't mean that. Donald isn't a racist, or just people who don't know him. I think he's taken out of context. I'm not sure. How many examples do you need of this?
Is it racist?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how can you take it any other way? When I say that, I don't say that lightly.
So let's be clear. A white honky from Norway can come here, but a black dude from Haiti can't. What does that tell you in America that in one generation called you a nigger?
I know him well, and I like him and admire him. But this is a new low. The language, the racial implications are reprehensible, and he deserves the criticism he's going to get.
One of the things that we can now factor into the balance of harm to this country that is caused by having an openly racist president. I don't say that lightly.
All right, so without sounding like the Democrats and giving Donald a little bit of wiggle room here, would you agree that Haiti is a shithole? Anybody? Press 1 if you think Haiti's a shithole. Go ahead. Express yourself. Look at this. If you're watching this in Haiti, I want you to know that a lot of people here think that your country is a shithole. Yeah. Now, do any of you people realize that the Clintons got $5.4 billion to help clean up the shithole, and that only less than 1% actually went to those people? Press 1 if you realize that. Clinton did not give any of that money, hardly at all, to Haitian people. Okay, almost the same people who could believe that Haiti's a shithole also believe that Clinton didn't pay any money toward that.
The beach is arguably one of the best beaches.
So would it be safe to assume that you don't like the fact that Hillary didn't help, that maybe Donald is right, that maybe it is a shithole, and we should have been going after Haiti's lack of funding from the Clinton Foundation, and that we should have jailed Hillary Clinton? Press 1. Well, we'll get to that in a second, sire. Right now we're just troubleshooting the Haitian shithole issue. Okay, so we have a lot of Republicans who believe that Donald should have gone after Hillary for not helping the Haitian people. So really Donald cares about the Haitian people by calling it a shithole. That's not true. No, he doesn't seem to care about the shithole. But I care, and I would have gladly prosecuted the Clinton Foundation and gotten more money to the Haitian people that would have come from penalties against the Clinton Foundation that they would have had to turn over in the bank account to a direct fund to get real solutions like water desalination, housing solutions, all kinds of things to the people directly, not handing it to some corrupt leader. And frankly, the leaders of Haiti are not that corrupt. Hey, Soviet spy. Yeah, well, we've got the backup computer, so don't worry. So far, so good. The show goes on. There's open defecation in a Louisiana beach. Oh, excuse me, in the La Beach. I thought it was Louisiana. It's in Ghana. 2 of Ghana's leading hostels, La Palm Royal Beach and Labadi Beach, are both located on the La Beach. I thought this was Louisiana, but it's Ghana. Other edifices like the Omai House present a smaller fisher folk community where there's a... So in other words, we're going to look at a shithole. All right. Thank you. Let's take a look at the open defecation on the beach.
Beaches in the country and situated at a crucial location in the capital. Scores of tourists come from far and near on special occasions for pleasure and relaxation. Its tourism potential and beauty is, however, at risk as the place is gradually being engulfed with refuse and human excreta as a result of open defecation At the time of our visit, Zoll personnel were busily cleaning the beach.
Okay, so it's safe to assume that it is indeed in Ghana, there is a shithole. Good. We've accomplished a lot tonight. This is exciting. I feel good about the fact that we now know that Donald Trump was right, and that many of you Republicans really do care about Haiti because you were upset that Hillary didn't use some of that money to help those people out. I should be writing the speeches for Donald Trump, I tell you. I could frame this in a positive way. Ghana as well, we clearly see defecation on the beaches because the people are not getting the funding directly to them. It's just going to some side funded operation of greedy warlords. I'm doing okay, Fishware. Thank you for asking. Yes, I am, Eric. My feces go into a septic system which is biologically impure, and there's nothing I can do about it. And the Democrats, the foo-foo liberal libtard Democrats that are living in my area think that septic systems are clean and safe. And they're so much better that if you don't regulate the septic systems, they won't be as clean. But septic systems are nothing but toxic groundwater, period. I don't care how clean your septic system is. Unless you're building a living composting system, you're not dealing with your fecal matter properly. Yes, by the way, Dr. Meow, I know the French don't know this too well, but there's a thing called a toilet. And when you put a toilet in at the beach, people use the toilet as opposed to pooping on the beach. I know you're learning that in France. I realize I'm being censored. Really, Jar Jar says he's being sent from your stream to Real Man's with no action on my part. I believe it. Thank you, Jar Jar. Tell that to all the people that don't believe anything I'm saying. Hey, we're going to bring you a seal video. Thank you, Scissor Fight. We're going to bring you a seal video, which looks really, really good.
Hi everyone. First of all, let me apologise for the delayed response, and secondly for the less than perfect lighting. I'm out in the Alps and I just got home after a day's riding, so please bear with me. Now let's get straight to it. Let me start by saying that I have an enormous amount of respect for everything that Oprah has achieved and contributed in her life. What I reposted was not an attack on Oprah at all. She just happened to be the person photographed with the pig in the picture. No, what I reposted was commentary on the hypocritical and double-standard nature and behavior of Hollywood. So Fox News, back off, but I'll get to you later. Next, to those of us who support the Me Too movement, just know this. Not one of the women who have been sexually abused, not one of the women who have come forward has received any real justice whatsoever. Losing your job because you either A, raped, B, sexually abused, or even sexually harassed a woman is not real punishment. You steal from the post office, you go to jail. And hashtag real talk for a second, we all know what would happen to any one of those power abusers if they looked like me. Next, somebody posted a comment on this post saying, calling me an Uncle Tom, saying, quote, they were disappointed to see a brother tearing a sister down.
Ah.
End of quote.
I like Seal. Not in a romantic way. I'm not attracted to him, if that's what you're saying. Yeah, I think he's great. And he's an awesome person. And I think I respect him in so many ways because he said what I said. That Oprah was lying about knowing. He made it obvious. Yeah, I couldn't hear it either. Thanks to the new computer system, which is the backup system. I could hear it, but you can't hear it through the system. It seems to be relatively low. Let me play it again.
So let me get this straight. In order to promote social awareness dialogue on this particular subject, I repost, not create, but repost a meme that appeared on my social feed, and now all of a sudden, it's a brother tearing down a sister issue. Let me make something abundantly clear to you. I am English born, but don't get that baby kiss from a rose stuff twisted. See these scars on my face? My parents are from Africa, more specifically Nigeria, and I am about as black as you will ever get. Next, Fox News. Don't try and use me as a pawn against Oprah and in any of your political games. And Stacey Dash, keep my name out of your mouth. Do not retweet, requote anything I have said in order to reinforce your self-hating agenda. You live in the sunken place. Again, this was not an attack against Oprah. This was an observation of the toxic nature of Hollywood, and I believe that a conscious people are a progressive people. Next, to all of you who have been raped, to all of you who have been sexually abused, I applaud you for coming forward. What you did takes real courage. And please keep showing that courage, and please keep coming forward, because that's the only way that we get to solve this thing. We talk about it, we open dialogue, we solve it. For the rest of us, I've got some new ones for you. How about hashtag we all knew? How about hashtag tell the truth? How about hashtag accountability?
All right, so he didn't exactly say that that she was lying. He just said that she didn't. Well, let's get the exact quote, because Seal's Instagram tweet is specific, and we all interpreted it differently. Okay. He called her out, Seal called her out for hypocrisy. The Fox News claimed that this is what said part of the problem. Okay, so is Seal just backtracking because somebody got to him and said, you want your album cut this year, you better stop talking about Oprah this way? I mean, why is Seal talking this way as though he never said... Yeah, he posted this meme showing Oprah kissing Weinstein, and I think he's just backpedaling a little bit, but I agree with him. I think he's right. We have a real problem with sexual molestation going on in the Hollywood scene, and nobody should just sit back and ignore this. What was their incompetence regarding Hawaii? I'm not sure. I'm feeling great. The problem is I'm not pale. I just had to get my colors in. Yeah, I'm normally this color, but sometimes I'm not. I need to get a little bit more dark. There we go. Okay. I'm not high. No, I'm just here. The anti-war rally continues. We didn't get an incoming missile warning, no. Can you take your jacket off? Yeah. But I don't think it makes a difference. I actually feel warmer. Hey, thanks, Daryl. Daryl VJ, talking about my hair. Love the bright colors too, and I love the fact that Seal is speaking out. Look, I don't want to characterize Seal as implying that Oprah lied. She just didn't speak up when Weinstein was doing these horrible things, touching women indecently, all these things. So I think he's calling her out for hypocrisy. And plus, she's using that as a launching pad for her premiere to the Democratic ticket, I guess. Hello, New York. Welcome. Hillary was not a porn star, PS4. Yeah, you must be watching some GILF porn movies and confused her with one of those grandmas you'd love to beep. Making copies. I think Hollywood and Oprah specifically know about the child rape scandals. A lot of people in Hollywood knew. Tom Hanks, I think, knew, and he didn't talk about it. Okay, there's a missile going on over Hawaii. Let's see what this story is. New York Times. I didn't miss the I missed the news today when I came in here. And welcome, Dildo Newfoundland. Thank you so much for your effort to construct this 40-foot sign. We'll find out more about a little bit later. Dildo, everybody. Bring it to the people. Hawaiians panic after alert about incoming missile is set in error. Oh, I didn't know about this. They got an emergency threat warning in Hawaii, folks. Can you believe this? All these people had heart attacks because of this. They should sue. I don't think Trump even knew about the alert matter. I didn't even hear about it. That's why one of the reasons why I'm suggesting we should sell Hawaii to Japan if they want it. Yeah, I think we could make enough money to pay back the debt to Japan and get ahead of our personal debt and keep our credit rating floating above 1 star. Yeah, I'm considering putting that in front of Congress if you choose me as president. If not, hey, it doesn't mean you won't be able to go to Hawaii. We'll still have an island there. We'll still have a U.S. island there. And we'll also have one that will give to the native Hawaiian people. And all the native Hawaiian people that want to remain U.S. citizens will have the option of coming to America and living in California at Jerry Brown's house. I want to make sure Jerry Brown has a really big house, like a Walmart, like a super Walmart that Jerry Brown can take all the refugees in. I think Jerry should have a personal contact with all the people coming into this sanctuary state known as California. Could we call this Cala-Russia and give him dictator status as governor of California? The governor and the dictator, Jerry Brown. Thank you. Frank Taylor threw his bleep, 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 bleep because he supports ATP. Wow. That's amazing. I didn't believe Frank is giving me support now. That's impressive. At least he didn't take money from Mark to censor me and dox me. Give him points for that. Well, I appreciate that, and tell him good luck to him and his 16 cameras looking at everything he does. I'm wearing a sports jacket made by Chaps. Russia-fornia. There you go, Russia-fornia. No, I don't drop. Look at. I don't personally think that Oprah's telling the truth. That's why I referred to her as a liar. I think there's no way Seal said that. He said she was a hypocrite at best. But he likes Oprah. You can see that. And he doesn't want to lose his job as a famous musician either. Oprah's very powerful. Look what happened to David Chappelle when she allegedly broadcast a private feed to his home threatening him if he didn't stop denigrating black people. I think it's wrong to denigrate black people. Personally, I'm not a racist. I feel that it's wrong to denigrate anybody, but I had to do an impersonation video of Barack Obama because I was censored in my own country and I couldn't be heard by anybody. So I had to make fun of this last president, and I'd be more than willing to do a Donald one if I could paint my face orange effectively. Yeah, I thought it was great too. And it got people to notice me. Otherwise, I told Sarah I would never have been noticed. She still thinks it was a mistake, and she has every right to her belief. She said it was like political suicide. And I don't think it was. I think it's the key to breaking. I gave her an analogy. I said, it's like you're up against a brick or a stone wall that's huge, called censorship. And I got to tell you, there's no place you can hit. And if you hit over here and then hit over there with a chisel, you're not going to get through that wall. But you find one little thing you can do to break down the corrupt power of the New World Order, and I found it. It's in a little document. It's called freedom of speech, and it's in our Constitution, which I keep in plastic to preserve it. And freedom of speech is that one little hole that if I chisel on that and use that and keep pounding, and I don't care how many times I have to freely speak out in this country, because it's the one thing they don't have in North Korea. It's the one thing they don't have in other countries. They shut you down. No, she's making her own assessments of this thing. She also believes that I'm not being seen by more than a couple people, 100 people in the room. Sarah believes that millions of people are not watching us. And there's nothing I can do to convince us that that's true, because Mark has locked all the URLs revealing the numbers of people and the URLs verifying the numbers of people watching our show. So when you visit with Sarah in the evenings, she doesn't realize we have 100 million people or more watching us at any given time. And she won't believe that until it's actually staring at her in the face. So I don't blame her. I don't know what the words, what do you mean SUCC? I don't get that. S-U-C-C? Is that an acronym for something? Okay, Chelsea Manning has filed to run for U.S. Senate in Maryland. She is going to be using she status, his or her status, to become a very potentially voted for person. I mean, trannies are winning elections now that so many Democrats are feeling so bad about not knowing that Michelle Obama was a dude. So hopefully Chelsea will get her chance. You know, good job, Chelsea. I hope that works out. Transgender former Army private who's convicted of passing sensitive government documents is going to seek to run for the U.S. Senate in Maryland. He'll be challenging Democrat Ben Cardin, who's in the second term of the Senate, is up for re-election. Hey, you know, being a traitor to the country is just the beginning. You can also be a senator and be a traitor to the country and make money doing it. How about that? Can you believe the gall of these people? And he gets all the free airtime. I don't get any. It's unbelievable. I think Caitlyn Jenner ought to run against Michael Obama in the 2020 election. It would be Caitlyn Jenner on the Republican side, Michael Obama pretending to be a woman on the Democratic side, and I would be running in the middle as a centrist. Wouldn't that be a great race? Michelle, David versus Caitlyn. Two trannies and a dude with a big body part. Yeah, I have pretty big biceps. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I'm making it too easy. Trump accuser Jessica Drake has an NDA preventing her from talking about Donald Trump. A non-disclosure agreement, yes. And rightfully so. She's not going to discuss any sex she had with Donald after Donald was married about a year. They're not going to discuss the torrid romance the porn star had. Now, this is a different porn star, right? This is not the one from the other night. That was Stormy Davis. And she signed an NDA too. Yeah. Boy, Donald Trump's had a lot of sex after he got married with porn stars. Or, I'm sorry, allegedly had it. Thank you. Well, Ace Spade, thanks for at least hanging in there with us. I got the balls to keep America safe. Remember, I'm the one who wanted to build the 1,000-mile fence and knows how to pay for it. What are your thoughts on Uganda? Well, I have a lot of concern about the people of African nations, and I would like to get a direct solution for the people there who are facing problems. The airdrop solution is our best possible solution. There's not a lot we could do otherwise. It's dropping food and water on people directly is their best bet. Not on their head, but near there. We need to have a very fluid and dynamic and mass-produced food and water system that can get people immediate supplies. We're talking about plastic bags, biodegradable plastic bags. Hello, 5,000 lawmakers watching in Kampala, Uganda. Welcome. Yeah, if I'm speaking in your native language, don't worry. Hey, Walter Cronkite, back with the same thing you say every night when you get banned. You got to get better at getting in and pretending to be interesting. People like what you're saying, not just the same thing over and over again. I want everyone to have freedom of speech. I think we've been watching a country that's been completely suppressing its people. And I'm a good example of a person. I am real. Hear me roar. Anyway, I've got to get my YouTube show going. Let's see if I can bring that into our... I've got a separate YouTube show that... I think I'm just going to go to America's Third Party. That's my best bet. And then click on the link. Robot Dave. I am currently of the design that can provide information immediately to all of you in every show. Okay, when you get to our website, you got to click on the play button now. used to play automatically. You have to hit the play button. I gotta get more organized. Not organized enough. Pull it together, Dave. Nope. All right. Yeah, typically you go to the site and you see the chat now on the left and Vaughn chat there, and then there's a C box there at the bottom below the screen. Greek God was here. You see a pattern like that in Hollywood. Check out the status of the ethnic background of most of the child molesters apprehended by the New York PD. Huh. Yeah, are they ethnic background? Are you labeling certain ethnic people child molesters? That's a bit much, don't you think? Huh. Yeah, are they ethnic background? Are you labeling certain ethnic people child molesters? That's okay. Huh. Yeah, are they ethnic background? Are you labeling certain? Okay, and then I'm in there. Candy Rain is there. Uganda, hello, welcome. Okay, Candy Rain is the mod over there in our chat room. I just want to get that up and running. Yeah, and I'm in there as David Sponheim, so. Hi there, Eddie. Okay, so we got that chat room over there, and this one over there, and then okay, let me move this out of the way. Gotcha. Yes, we had a little echo. I got rid of it. Now, there we go. Thank you. Peace, man. You know, when I was in the 60s, as a kid, there were people driving around in beat up little Toyota Corollas. Everybody was like holding out their hands and going peace and love. It was amazing. When you traveled around America, people were partying, and young people were talking about peace and love, not war with North Korea and hating on anybody and wanting to make money. We've come a long way from the 60s, but I still have a kernel of that 60s feeling in me every night when I do these shows. So always remember, my peace rally or my anti-war rally is at the core of what we're trying to do. Yeah, we got the Chelsea Manning story. She gets press time and I get nothing. Gotcha. And the dancing poop teach India's poor how to use the toilet? Okay, so there's a way, they're teaching kids how to use toilets in India, which is a good start. And we don't want countries to be shitholes. And I'm sorry that your president, or our president, whatever you want to call him, Russia's president, had to say such a deplorable thing about Haiti. But what we really need to do is go after why the Haitian government didn't get any of that money the Clinton Foundation had, and get some solutions to this shithole problem. Okay, Donald? Wait a second, this is a 3.5-minute video about going to the bathroom. I'm going to pass on that. Thanks. No, Connie's been traveling. Okay, Moby says the CIA agents asked him to spread the word about Trump and Russia. No kidding. So Moby was used to spread the word about Trump and Russia. This is an interesting little take. Okay, let me move some screens around here. Too many screens will overtake the show. There we go. They said, like, look, you have more of a social media following than any of us do. Could you please post some of these things just in a way that sort of put it out there? Huh. Last February, following the presidential inauguration, Moby posted on social media claiming to have insider information on connections between Trump and the Russians. Yeah. After talking to friends in D.C., he said, I'd allegedly learned that the Fusion GPS dossier was 100% real. The Russian government was blackmailing the president. Now, in an interview with WFPK in Kentucky, Moby has doubled down on his claims. He cited active and former CIA agents who were truly concerned about Trump's collusion with Russia. They were like, this is the Manchurian candidate, like Putin has a Russian agent as the president of the United States. Yeah, well, they should be. I'm glad that they approached Moby and said that. And I want to congratulate the CIA in their efforts to make America aware of this potential threat of a man who's possibly got a sex tape used against him to blackmail him. And I want to thank the CIA too for, you know, I've said some bad things about you guys in the past with your, you know, getting money from Afghanistan, heroin production. I know that that's a problem bigger than any one of you agents. So
you're not going to believe this, but Moby just said some very interesting things about what the CIA just told him.
Wait a second. I don't want to sound like Alex Jones. I don't need to. I want to thank the CIA for trying to expose Trump's connection to Russia. And thank you, Moby, for bringing that up.
Would you like to talk about Uganda and Ebola? Yes. We will now talk to you about Uganda and Ebola.
Hold on, please, while I Google Uganda and Ebola. Beep. Yeah. Ebola outbreaks, hemorrhagic fever. Okay, what's the big deal? CDC? I don't see any new information here. I mean, we've had Ebola outbreaks for the past 7 years.
In 2017, the Ministry of Public Health of the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Okay, they're suspecting Ebola cases. What's the big story here? Give me a synopsis real quick. Is Ebola spreading, or are they just saying it again, like they did in Liberia? I don't even believe that many people were dying of it. Okay. LA swatting suspect charged with manslaughter in Kansas over the hoax call that led to the fatal police shooting. This guy is not the only one that needs to be arrested. The guy, the cop who killed the man, shot him through the heart for no reason, needs to be arrested too. But you'll notice there's no mention of the guy's name, the cop's name. I can read the whole story and there's no mention of his name. They called, but police dispatcher falsely claimed that he had shot his father and was holding 2 other people hostage in a Wichita home. But Barris was in Los Angeles, not Kansas, and there was no hostage situation. When the Wichita police responded, a man later identified as Andy Finch, age 28, emerged from the front door and was fatally shot by an officer. Now one mention of the officer's name, mind you. Police have said they believe Finch was armed when he moved his hands toward his waistband and then moved toward officers. They're justifying a man who opened his door, put up his hands, and then dropped them, not knowing what was going on, and then they shot him without even seeing a weapon, and they're trying to justify this. These illegal fascist Wichita police need to be arrested, especially the one that they won't even name. You won't even get them to name the cop that killed this innocent man who opened the door. Can you believe this? This is an outrage. So they arrested Barris, not the cop that killed him. Oh man, the cop should be charged with second-degree manslaughter, or third-degree manslaughter at the very least. He needs to go to jail for pulling that trigger on that guy. No protocol, no oversight by our cops, a growing police state. This could happen to any one of you. Do you like it when I'm zoomed out a little bit farther? Yeah, jail the Nazi cop. He needs to be just as much guilty as the guy who sent the SWAT out to these people. And you know something else? The Wichita police did not even cross-check the man's name with that address before they came to that location. I'm not hot. I'm pretty cool, actually. Zoom in? Okay. Zoom in, zoom out. The zoomer. An amen to that. Yes, whatever you're amening to. Yeah, I don't mind zooming in and zooming out. Hey, I got to go get those openers. There we go. Is that better? Personally, I'm against anyone getting a free green card. I never would have authorized green cards like Obama did. He authorized like $1 million a year or something. I never would have done that. No, we needed to deal with the refugee problem a long time ago, and Trump's not even dealing with it. We're still seeing about 1.8 million people coming into this country per year illegally. Hasn't changed much. He hasn't dealt with the UN resettlement program. Trump seems to be sucking off the New World Order tit. Hear that sucking sound? That's Donald Trump sucking off the New World Order.
You were born to travel, born to rock, born to piggyback. And you don't want anything stopping you from doing what you love. So if you're looking to give your immune system extra support, only Airborne Plus Beta Immune Booster is made with a crafted blend of vitamins and minerals, plus an added ingredient proven to boost your natural defenses. Keep doing what you were born to do. Airborne Plus Beta Immune Booster.
Wow.
A government watchdog is expressing concern over the dangerous misuse of laundry detergent. In this latest social media fad, teenagers are putting detergent pods in their mouths and posting the videos.
No kidding. All right, thank you. Teens are eating laundry detergent. Okay, we have Dave is our king. Dave is our leader. Dave will beat Trump. Dave ain't no chump. If you love freedom, let's take a look. Vote for, if you love justice, he should be your fave. Don't ever lose hope. Dave is here for you. Don't ever forget. Dave doesn't spend a lot of clothes on clothes. He's an average man. Vote for Dave 2020. I like that, man. Good job. Thank you. I've got to go get my promo reel. Let me go get that on the backup drive. Thank you. Yeah. Well, you know, I got that flu that everybody has been dying from, and luckily I haven't been hit too hard by the flu. But I can tell you it's a challenge to get a flu that hits you as hard as this one does. So stay in bed as soon as you start feeling weird. Seriously. And then when you start feeling better, take it easy. Don't go running around. Don't go playing my heart. No, baby. Don't go running around. All right. Good. What? Okay, let me put this over here. I just have to move something so I can. I want to put it in my own PC. Okay. All right. If I want to use that, I'll do it. Okay, great. Okay, thank you for that, and thank you for the people over there in. Yeah, there's a group of people. They're putting together a sign in Dildo, Newfoundland, or not, depending on how you look at it. Yes, if true, we've got a lot to be worried about. That's right. It's the if true goal is to create a 40-foot sign claiming that if this is true, we have to be concerned, and that's all about me apparently. I don't know. Are they going to put my name on it or something? You'll have to get back to me on that. Okay, Dildo, Newfoundland. Awesome. A 40-foot. No, it's a 40-foot sign saying if true. I don't know what it means, but I know things are true, so it's not like an if thing or wonderment. What's your question, Cheesy? Okay, I should move a few more other things. Hang on. I'm not ignoring you, man. Just keep repeating your question. Then we don't have no problems, okay? Okay? Just repeat your question, man. Yeah. This way I see it over and over again, man. I don't have to go back in the chat, man. Okay? Don't go back in my heart, baby. I gotta get some stuff here, you know. It's not easy being me, you know. I gotta get some stuff. Whoa. I didn't want shift, I wanted control. Okay, I gotta get a few videos into this computer so I can do the show. It's essential. Just a few. Just some regulars. Cowbell is an important one. Yeah. I need a backup supply. Should probably put my swatting video there too. Yeah. It's important to have, you know, things that I can close with too. Little of this, little of that. Yeah, I wish we had the whole deal. We don't seem to have that. We have just what the essentials are tonight. Time to go. Okay, hang on just a second. Making copies. Yep. Oh, I can't forget Sloopy. I gotta have that in there. That's a requirement. Okay. Control C, and then I'll put it on my video. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna move some videos over and we'll be ready to go. Whew. Then I get back to my mouse. Good. Okay. Really? I thought Frank Taylor supported us. Now you're contradicting yourself. What do you mean? I think Cheesy might like some really good cheesy indica. You know, anybody who names their name Cheesy's gotta like the indica. Well, let's be clear. I never smoked crack cocaine with Barack Obama or anyone else. Yeah, Barack Obama was a big crack user. That's what they say. You know, in Occidental College, he smoked a lot of crack. Yeah, I mean, you know, you don't blame Barack Obama for being a crack user, do you? I don't think it was more important that he was a Muslim and a homosexual married to a tranny. Oh, I forgot to bring that video in. Oh well. We won't be watching the tranny video tonight. We're watching, doing the show from our remote location. And I want to talk about teens eating laundry detergent for the Tide Pod Challenge. A government watchdog is expressing concern over the dangerous misuse of a laundry detergent. In its latest social media fad, teenagers are putting detergent pods in their mouth in what's being called the Tide Pod Challenge. Ingredients of the pod include ethanol, hydrogen peroxide, and polymers, a highly toxic mix of detergent meant to wipe out dirt and grime. And manufacturers have been concerned about toddlers mistakenly ingesting them. A lot of people were just saving how stupid I was or saying how stupid I was or why would I be willing to do that? No one should be putting anything like that in their mouths, you know, one person said. It started as a joke on the internet. It's gone too far. The pods are bright and colorful, and to children they can look like candy. I don't know if any of you were a kid at one time and you did this. You had somebody, I'm going to play the video in a second. They had somebody stick a bar of soap in your mouth. It doesn't taste good. This is worse. You weren't muted, or were you? Okay, you're back. You're born an adult. So was I. Yeah, I was an adult at the age of 7. I actually reached adulthood at the age of 7. At the age of 7, they told me I had the IQ of an 18-year-old. That was just for starters. That was with the Stanford Binet. Then I got the other IQ test that said I was even smarter than that. I think we've unmuted everybody here. I don't know. Let's go ahead and... Yeah. Let me see. Cheesy63, I'll unmute you. Sorry, I'm overstepping Scissor Fight's bounds here. I want to be liked at least by Cheesies. Cheesies unite. Here we go.
Anna Warner is here with why this is so risky. Anna, good morning. All right, and it might seem obvious. I mean, what's in these things? Ingredients like ethanol, hydrogen peroxide, and polymers. It's a highly toxic and poisonous mix of detergent meant to wipe out dirt and grime. Consumer groups have been alarmed by toddlers mistakenly ingesting them, but now teens are popping them in their mouths on purpose and recording the results. Many of the social media videos are recorded and posted by minors. They're putting poisonous laundry pods in their mouths for clicks and internet fame.
2, 1.
They call it the Tide Pod Challenge.
Oh my God!
I think we've had enough of that. Snowflakes are causing this problem. Apparently, the IQ of most children is dropping dramatically from the fluoride. So when they think, well, drinking fluoride, why don't we just drink Tide Pods? Play the rest? Okay. Thanks.
19-year-old Mark Pagan did it on a dare. He told us he knew better, but did it anyway.
A lot of people were just saying how stupid I was, or how, well, why would I be willing to do that? No one should be putting anything like that in their mouths, you know?
Now authorities say,
this is what started out as a joke on the internet, and now it's just gone too far.
Anne-Marie Burkle is acting chairman of the Consumer Product Safety Commission. She says ingesting any of the liquid carries a deadly risk. The pods are bright and colorful, and to children they can look like candy. At least 10 deaths have been linked to ingesting the pods. 2 were toddlers, 8 were seniors with dementia. Procter & Gamble, the maker of Tide products, told CBS News they should not be played with, even if meant as a joke. Safety is no laughing matter.
Same cleaning power with a child-resistant tub.
More than 62,000 children under the age of 6 were exposed to laundry and dishwasher detergents between 2013 and 2014. The next year, Consumer Reports said it would no longer recommend detergent packets, citing the unique risks while urging the adoption of tougher safety measures. Burkle says her group has worked with manufacturers to make the packets less attractive to children.
Making that laundry packet opaque, less attractive, less colorful, reducing the toxicity and the strength of laundry detergents.
The CPSC also found that elderly adults with dementia were confused by the product, and some of them obviously ingested it. The danger of little kids of these things is so high that researchers in a study recommended that parents not buy them at all if they have kids under the age of, say, 6 years old, that the risk is too high and they're too dangerous. They said buy regular laundry detergent.
I see why they're attractive to little guys, I get that, but teenagers just for a joke on the internet makes no sense.
Right, and these are the people who are, you know, playing in traffic or sticking keys in the light socket. I mean, it's
right. Yeah. Let's need to see if they do change the packaging. Thank you, Anna. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Anna. That was nice. Okay, so we're using a variety of things that are difficult to always, you know, manage on our show. We're in there right now in chat, and I want to just edit the video. So yeah, wash with soap, nuts. Okay. I'm going to make a couple changes before we start our official program. We are in January 3rd land, 2018, and January 13th, rather, 2018. I wish it was January 3rd. And we just want to get the header going, and we're good to go. Great. We record to YouTube, so we try to comply with all the requirements, but sometimes we don't. And in the evening, I run a night show now, which plays videos that we get from links in the show. We'll be doing that tonight as well. And I use playlists that are stored on YouTube to draw from. And those shows are not something I want to keep on the internet. Thank you, Baker Boy. All right. We want to make sure that the country knows that you can come on in and watch videos into the evening, and if you're watching from another country overseas, we definitely want you to tune in to our show, watch these good videos, because they're not the kind of videos you're going to see in the mainstream media. And a lot of the links that are brought to us from our link providers are really things that they care about. And they know that many people, thank you, Baker Boy, many people believe that if we don't start asking big questions, we're never going to correct the problems of our horrible, horrible two-party system, which has led to wars around the world and impacting people all around the world in a very negative way. And we've never even questioned that. So I'll get to that in just a bit. Let's play the intro, get that going, and roll into the 4-hour remaining video. So we start out slow in the pre-show, and then we get into a bigger video as we move forward. So here it is, the promo video.
I believe that I am the best person for the job of President of the United States. My unique talents give me the ability to be assertive and diplomatic at the same time. I'm a person who will spike the conversation, who will get politics rolling and stimulate new questions and new answers to our current political dilemma facing our nation. I believe I have a keen understanding of the economy and how to improve where we're at relative to other nations around the world. I believe that our goal at America's Third Party was to create a very strong platform in which would propel the American people forward with new opportunities and a new possibility of creating a better nation, a cleaner environment, and less war. Person for the job of President of the United States. My unique talents give me the ability to be assertive and diplomatic at the same time.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to America's Third Party and our anti-war rally. I'm David Sponheim, and if you're watching us at americasthirdparty.com, welcome. If you're catching us on some of our flagship websites, welcome as well. I want to make sure I get my my viewers over at iVlog going. Oh, wow. On top of all these technological problems, I have a phone call. Unbelievable. Well, I'll have to wait on that. I'll tell you how committed we are to our effort here. We are building a third party against all odds and all censorship and unbelievable, unparalleled obstacles that are placed in front of us by very powerful people. People have been buying off various broadcasters, giving them money to shut us down and censor us. We have a request for a different green screen background, and we also comply with that request. We bring you a different green screen background. There you go. Thank you. And we are real-time, virtual, interactive chats every night. 5 hours live with me and 4 hours of video that you can watch into the evening from people that provide links, or I provide videos that I've pulled off of the internet just to give you guys more information. Recent news: Hawaii has panicked after an alert about an incoming missile is sent in error. Can you imagine how horrible that would be for somebody, you know, who's aged 70 years old with a heart condition? It could trigger a heart attack. Very irresponsible of Hawaii. I believe that the guest chat has been removed here at Vaughn because we've got a huge fan base from New Delhi that comes in here. Now, you people in New Delhi, I want you to know that there is a website that you can go to anytime you want and chat. It's a guest chat ability that you don't have to actually sign into. And I'll put it on the screen for you, ivlog.tv/user/America's Third Party. So we've provided you guys with an alternative place to talk, and we do have a pretty cool setup over there. You can check it out. And we show the chat for you. Sometimes we even feature it on our show. Thank you. We're working on that. And Sniper, I had no idea you were Irish, but thanks for telling me last night. You were telling me you're an Irish American, or you're just Irish. Okay. So not knowing how to run their emergency broadcast system at Hawaii, it leads us to believe that, is Hawaii capable of really, you know, handling affairs properly? It's disturbing to think that they went ahead and did that, and it shows me one of many things. Hawaii is really a state that has got issues. I mean, they lied about Barack Obama's birth certificate, which led to 8 years of him pretending to be born in Honolulu when we know for a fact, 100% proof that he was born in Kenya. And our government never, ever did a Supreme Court review of that, because Elena Kagan, she kept it from getting the Supreme Court, and Barack Obama gave her the Supreme Court position and got her up to elevated as a payback. That's how they kept it from the Supreme Court. But Hawaii is behaving very messed up. False alarm warns residents of ballistic missile threat. Okay, and then this story, which I find disturbing. Doctors want Trump's head examined. Yeah, after Trump derides protections for immigrants from shithole countries. Now, I put it to the room earlier about Trump's comment about Hawaii or Haiti being a shithole. I'm going to put the Hawaii thing off to the side right now and not talk about it. But the Haiti thing is more indicative of Trump admitting that it's a terrible place. And I think we have to reframe it. And I don't think it's just cause for a psychiatric exam when a person calls something a shithole. Haiti has been victimized. And the fact that Donald Trump is insensitive to that makes that a tough statement. Haiti has been the victim of the Clinton Foundation. Now, this would have been an opportunity for Donald Trump to attack Clinton, but he didn't. He could have said, well, how come the Clinton people didn't get that $5.4 billion to the people? Yeah, welcome. You think Vaughn is a shithole, Richard? Wow, okay. And we've got YouNow visitors over here watching us too. Thank you, YouNow. YouNow. Okay, YouNow, thank you. We're watching you over there. Trying to find the chat over there. Let's see if I can pull that up. Hang on. Okay. There's a problem. We had a problem with our computer last night. I want to tell you, all of you, that this is a this is something that disturbs me, because we've got a live show over there, and for some reason it didn't pop in. So let me let this go. Okay. Yeah, we're having a few problems with the YouNow operation. It's not seemingly operating, so I'm going to start it in just a bit. Yeah, we had a complete mainframe crash last night. Our entire main computer, which we had for about 1.5 years, the Dell, completely crashed, and a blue screen of death came up this last night. So we're in the process of revitalizing that computer with a new recovery disk, and we're going to wait for a while to get that. We're looking at another alternative computer as well that can run more monitors. but the Dell mainframe crashed after a year and a half. It was refurbished. It kind of started with the mic, yeah, I agree. But there were problems. It was overheating from all these screens. And ironically, this MSI laptop, gaming laptop, isn't overheating, which is cool. So if you're wondering why I was having problems earlier in the show, it's because we are still getting used to the new setup. And the new setup is using a laptop to broadcast through an Ethernet. So we should have a good stream going, and that's a good thing. A nice laptop. It was expensive, but we got a good deal on it. It was $1,000. We need a separate one, yeah. Anyway, we had a lot of problems with the computer last night. I couldn't get a recovery disk to work, so I'm ordering a better recovery disk. And I'm not rich, no. I'm David, but thank you. All right, so doctors want to look at Trump's head. I don't think that's appropriate. And these doctors, there's 27 psychiatrists that have openly, publicly said that he was suffering from what they deem to be some diagnosis, malignant narcissism. I think that's wrong. There is no reason for those doctors to break with the huge entire psychiatric community and violate their ethics. And I would have to say that those 27 psychiatrists need to have their head examined. No pun intended. Thank you. So, when they get their head examined to find out why they broke traits with, why they broke standards and ethics with all the other psychiatrists in the world, I would love to find that out. Then when they get their head examined, then they can decide whether Trump has got an issue where he needs to be examined. Trump has not, to my knowledge, physically assaulted anybody. He hasn't hit himself. He hasn't threatened suicide. So there is no reason to roll him over that coal. That's a cheap shot by the Democrats.
Do you know the way to San Jose? Do you know the way to San Jose?
Hey, they're coming for you. You shouldn't allow them to email you then. Change your email address. That way you won't have to worry. Yeah, get a new email address. If you think they're coming after you, just get a new email address. That'll save the whole thing. But no, seriously, I've got a tough job because my job is to keep the country rolling and pull it together. And it's not going to be easy. Well, I got to tell you, I'm going to wheel your ass into the White House on a luggage dolly? Wow. Well, if we sit here and allow the Democrats to pick apart Donald Trump and say, well, he's mentally ill and blah, 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 or he said the word shit and blah, blah, blah. I mean, come on. Haiti, according to a lot of you people, really is in bad shape. And we saw pictures in Ghana where people are crapping on the beach. Well, whose fault is that? It's Bill Clinton's and Hillary Clinton's fault because they're the ones that claimed they were going to help Haiti and they didn't. So Donald, take this opportunity to direct the media attention to Haiti and cover your butt by saying, I'm just looking out for the people. I think that the Clintons need to be examined. Be very simple if he did that. Just do a little backpedaling and say, I'm very angry that Haiti is a shithole, but I want to make it better. Something like that would really be good. I mean, look what a great job he did in Puerto Rico. He gave himself a 10, even though he couldn't get electricity to half of the island for 30 days. So maybe he might just get his act together and learn that this is an opportunity to finally prosecute the Clintons, you think? You bought a stand-up dolly from Harbor Freight? I was going to say, is that like a plushie or it's a real dolly? Yeah. It's the kind of dolly you carry stuff with, like boxes. Okay. Thank you very much. Hey, but I got to tell you, we've got weather in Dildo in Newfoundland is doing great. Feels like 59 degrees. That's pretty good. You know, I heard Maine was getting 55 degrees and the snow's melting from the massive snowstorm that hit the East Coast. So good job. Now we have another piece of information from I Eat Glue, and they're going to talk about the reality that a second porn star has claimed President Trump invited her to a hotel room wearing only his tidy whities. So there you have it. Trump being the male dominant presidential candidate that he thought he was, is now proving to the world that even a married man could have a porn star, or allegedly have a porn star, and get away with it. Apparently I have to wait for this commercial to stop playing. It's not one of those. I don't have the ad blocker on this one. Not everything's perfect. Okay, Evan says Daniels told her all about the night she spent with the president. Okay. Another porn star was interested. All I'm going to say is I ended up with Donald in his hotel room. Picture him chasing me around his hotel room in his tidy whities. Evan said her fellow porn star. Yeah. So apparently 2 porn stars told each other about it. Evans claims she spoke to Daniels the next morning after declining to hang out with Pear. There's another porn star. He likes a certain type. The president's personal attorney made a statement. Here it is. President Trump once again vehemently denies any such occurrence, as has Ms. Daniels. Michael Cohen, oh yeah. Trump also pushed back against reports saying that he paid Stormy Daniels $130,000 to be quiet before the 2016 election. I heard that was a monthly payment. That maybe the story was wrong, but hey, you win some, you lose some, right? Well, none of these stories stick, and we just featured Seal backpedaling after what he described was an angry statement about, well, he was just upset about how women are mistreated and a lot of things. Seal, the musician, made some comments, and he talked about the, yeah, this is what he originally said. He calls out Oprah Winfrey for hypocrisy and calls her part of the problem. Well, that's a starting point, but he's kind of backpedaled and he doesn't want to, it's not about Oprah. It's not about Fox. It's about lying, or excuse me, it's about not actually dealing with the problem of molestation. And to this day, no one has been charged with molestation in the Harvey Weinstein situation. No, look it. You're calling me a pervert because I have a video in our lineup where I feature a woman who dances. Now you guys are watching porn every night, and I get called out for playing this video every night. Are you serious? Well, this woman was a very good dancer, and it's not like a big deal to show a woman dancing, and you call me out as some perv because I play the video at night. Do you realize the hypocrisy of that while you're pounding your putt every night, acting like you don't do anything wrong? Oh, you give me a break. We all know that you're a perv, buddy. Please press play. Okay. Thank you, Crint. Anyway, I'm not apologizing for Donald Trump. I think that, yeah, DT Laura says it's just a woman dancing. You know, it's not a big deal. I'm going to call out Donald Trump on this whole thing because, number one, I think that he is probably a guy with severe foot and mouth disease. No, not at all. No, sire, I think you know and I know that you're a perv, so let's just face it. You're calling me a perv for playing a woman dancing in her clothes? I mean, come on. She's a good dancer, exactly. The woman's 82 now. It's not like that was an old video. Whatever. All I'm saying is that I've got a very fine line to walk here. A lot of Trump supporters want to give Trump a chance. And they want to give him a chance to not screw up. Many people think that Trump may have mad cow disease or syphilis or something. I don't know. I'm not a doctor and I'm not a psychiatrist, but I can tell you we've got a lot of problems, and Donald Trump's not making it any better with his open tweets that keep going. Congress is considering possibly making it illegal to tweet. That's what I'm hearing. Maybe that's not true. I just heard from someone recently. I was the one that suggested they should make tweeting illegal for presidents. Yeah, Trump is calling other countries shitholes, but he forgot about Chicago, Baltimore, South Central LA. And what about helping people at home first? Charity starts at home. How come Trump isn't dealing with the problems in our inner cities? And how come he's not calling Hillary out on the Clinton Foundation's misuse of funds? I mean, that's a huge issue, and it definitely relates to the Haitian problem. Well, it's starting. It's definitely starting. The first charges are brought in relation to the Uranium One scandal. Disobedientmedia.com has the story. $11-count indictment against the co-president of Maryland-based shipping company Transport Logistics International. 1 count of conspiracy to violate Foreign Corrupt Practices Act and to commit wire fraud. 7 counts of violating the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act and 2 counts of wire fraud and 1 count of international promotion and money laundering. So if they're found guilty, the Uranium One thing could become a bigger story. Thank you. I know there's evil people here who want to take us down. I agree. I love fries. Keep trying your hardest to ignore them. But you're not the same I love fries. You're somebody else. That's a different account. Yep. Dave, Whirlwind. The Clinton Foundation admit the role in the cholera epidemic. The UN admits the role in the cholera epidemic in Haiti. So there are some admissions here. I was even charging that there may have been weather modification that led to the Haitian earthquake that turned Haiti into a bad place. But that's hard to prove right now. They can create earthquakes, you know. But the cholera epidemic, believed to be imported by the United Nations peacekeepers, began killing thousands of Haitians nearly 6 years ago. So they're even admitting this. Thank you. But really the big question is, why is Hillary not being asked specific questions about why the money didn't go to the people? Now, if Donald Trump's going to call these people out as living in a shithole, at the very least, let's fix the problem with Hillary and the money so that money goes directly from Hillary to those people. Hillary should pay them openly, straight up, and give people direct support from the Clinton Foundation. They need to fess up where that money is. Okay, open defecation at a beach in Ghana. So typically the people there defecate on the beach.
But that could not even deter the perpetrators, as they would go and squat, making work very difficult for Zoyo.
So they're literally defecating on the beaches in Ghana. So, you know, if Trump had said Ghana is a shithole, that might have been more appropriate. But I don't know about Haiti. I don't know, but they are definitely defecating. Definitely defecating. We've got alliterisms going on here. Okay. And I want to thank Donald too, because for a while there I was the only candidate to actually use the S word on camera prior to Donald Trump calling this a shithole situation. Now, Donald was not videotaped saying that. It was said privately, but we know he uses the S word now, so I was right in making that an important issue. There's a lot of issues. New Delhi has an air pollution problem. India has a sanitation crisis here.
Early morning and a daily ritual begins. For the young and the old, this railway track is their equivalent of a bathroom. It's a common sight in India where toilets are few and far between. Close to the tracks, around 500 houses make up this slum cluster, and there's not a single toilet in sight. Anjali has been living here for the past 25 years. She's always had to go out in the open and takes me with her on a trip she makes every day. The government did try building public toilets here once, she tells me, but they were never completed. With her 2-year-old grandson, she shows me what's left behind. The filth and the stench unbearable.
We have no choice but to go to the railway tracks. Sometimes we come to this place, but look at it. It's so dirty.
Okay, well, I don't want to belabor the issue, but it's a common problem around the world now, defecation. And as more and more people exist, more and more people are defecating. India's population is going to exceed China's. I heard, Joey, that it was at 1.1 billion. China is 1.3 billion. That's going to take a long time. A couple 100 million just don't pop out like that. They're pooping there, yeah. There literally are shitholes out there. So let's not kid ourselves. What Donald Trump said was raw, very guttural, very informal, and he wasn't videotaped saying it, but he said it. So maybe he's the guy speaking the truth. But what's disturbing me is the complete callousness of his statement. Like he could care less. Like he doesn't care at all about the Haitian people or the African people. That's what was implied. That's the part that hurts. Not that it really is a shithole, because Haiti is a really bad situation. Let me tell you what happened in Haiti. The president of Haiti openly said that the Clintons bribed him, offered a bribe, and then that because he didn't accept the bribe, he was kept out of the U.S. Yeah. Oh yeah, we could definitely be without water and sewer for a long time if it craps hits the fan. You're right. You're right about what the hell does giving two shits about Haiti have to do with being a president. I agree. But remember, a president has a certain standard to live by, and Donald Trump has broken those standards. Let's face it, guys. You on the far right, you got a guy who's got a loose lips, so much so that it sinks ships. We could have had 3 major disasters in the ocean since Donald Trump became president that I know of. More recently, in Japan, a tugboat ran into one of our destroyers. You probably heard about it. Well, that's because Donald Trump is making very brash statements to world leaders and scrambling our Navy all over the place. They don't know what's going on. If I were the commander of a vessel, a destroyer, and I saw a tugboat get that close to the side of my vessel, I think that door is locked. Sorry. I would... No, that could have been just like the USS Cole. It could have been a small vessel filled with plastic explosives. We could have lost a lot. Freakazoid says, we're the laughing stock of the world because of Trump. I'd like to talk about my own attributes. You're right. I would not stand around making these outrageous comments about countries that need help. And for us to stand around pretending to not care, it's just not appropriate. A president has to at least pretend to care up to a point and then give it a little effort. But I can tell you, Trump hasn't given a crap about anything. And he seems to be all about Trump making money.
It'd be great if it was like he was caring about our country, even, you know.
Okay, Sarah, there's supposedly a 40-foot sign in a place in Newfoundland, and it's going to be constructed in my honor, called If True. Mm. Now, it's kind of a Waterloo moment, because if there is no sign in Newfoundland and these people aren't creating it, then it's not true. But if it is true and they really are creating it, then we have a point here. But there's a good chance that it's just they're playing a game and pretending like somebody's making a joke. So until it's actually built and we have 3-dimensional views of it from various camera angles, I really can't tell you if it's true or not. It's an attempt to hide the hair receipt. No, actually, I've got a flexible hairdo. Yeah, I've got a total, I can spin it from side to side. It's pretty cool. I can go this way, like that, or I can go this way. Isn't that cool? I like the other way better. Thank you.
A statue? Read the CBC headlines. What shall I Google to find that?
The CBC headlines, Sarah doesn't believe any of this is true, so it's kind of a joke that we should even talk about it. Yeah.
2000.
Okay. They're going to require drug testing for temporary assistance for needy families. This is in Charleston, South Carolina. They're going to start drug testing. Wow. West Virginia, Charleston, West Virginia. You're going to start drug testing TANF applicants. 4 of nearly 900 were testing positive for drugs. 4 people out of 900 people. The drug testing costs too much. I'm insulted. What's insulting? What did you find insulting, Insane Canadian? No, I would never give anybody a butt massage in exchange for an endorsement. I don't have any researchers I'm paying. There's a local news section. Here's the story. Can you read this? Sponheim statue erected. Hang on, that was the waste dump in another country. Can you read this? It says there's this place called Ildo, Newfoundland, erecting a 40-foot statue of David. It's extremely hard to believe this. And there's no video to back it up. So, honestly, we're going to have to wait to see if it's true. The if true statue. I wouldn't know that, Baker. Boy, that's just kind of rude. And again, you're denigrating our tweetaholic president. You're not really being kind to him. Well, Sarah is here to talk to you about what we call trivia, because it's fun to talk about trivia and learn and challenge your mind. Apparently there's a lot of that's going on in Ghana. Okay. And there's been 2 allegations. The second porn star has stated that she was involved with Trump and saw him running around the room in his tighty-whities. And a group of psychiatrists want to give Trump a psychiatric exam, which is not going to happen. All right, I think we're up to speed. Well, there's a lot of things that we don't talk about. Sarah and I don't agree on a lot of things related to what's happening in the world. Our perceptions are different. And
that is not true.
Pork Giles, ban him. He'll just be coming back if we don't ban him. And because Sarah and I are in this together and we both agree on the way to fix the country, not all of us share the same perceptions of the country, and I think many of us are not quite clear as to how that's possible. Well, how is this party possible if we all disagree? Well, this is exactly why we should be at a party together. Because we are all going to disagree. No party thinks alike, and when they do, they become useless. The Democrats and Republicans are examples of that. And by the way, the mic sounds good, they said. They're happy with the mic, so we're good there.
That says all this. Can I get...
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
This is just C-Box.
Oh, yeah, but I have to get rid of all this. I have to sign out or something.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, keep going.
Well, anyway. Yes, Dildo, Newfoundland, it does exist. It's an area, 1,198 people are living there, and they seem to want to create a sign. But we'll find out if it's true. Right now, it's not true until it's proven true. The thing about what I want you to all to understand is that we're all going to differ about whether there's chemtrails in the sky or they're contrails. Whether our government's being an imperialist power or we're just trying to help other countries become democracies. Whether vaccines are helpful in cases of polio or they cause autism in kids that are pumped 74 vaccines in a short period of time.
I'm sorry, Dajo, I definitely don't believe you.
Yeah.
I don't believe that Hillary will save you.
Yeah,
No.
Hillary will not save you. Hillary won't even admit to absconding with $5.3 billion.
David would definitely do a better job of saving you than Hillary will.
Yeah. So I've had to come to kind of a metamorphosis, and this has become more obvious over time because the more I believe things are true, like the viewership, millions of people, the less Sarah believes it. She doesn't believe we have millions of viewers, and she needs proof. She's a kind of, I want to see it for real kind of person, as opposed to me. I'm willing to take countless people telling me that I've got millions of viewers as on their word. So Sarah's of the belief that most of you people are trolls that say that.
That pisses me off.
And it pisses her off.
I can tell you why it pisses me off, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, some people like Candy Rain believes that I'm being played by all the people that are saying that somehow they think it's a joke. And even the story about Dildo Newfoundland, Sarah thinks it's a joke. I tend to think it's a joke. We don't know what to believe on that level, but as far as the millions of people viewing the show, I believe it's happening. Sarah does not. Second of all, a lot of the things that are happening in the world that I am concerned about may not be of concern to you or to Sarah. It's not that we don't want to see a third party and want to see a different approach toward things. It's just that we can't agree on our perceptions. And I got to accept that as a state of reality. I've just come to the conclusion it's a state of reality. Sarah is actually pretty down to earth and really wants to, she's grounded in reality. But I don't think you realize, Sire, but I believe that Vaughn's been paid to censor us. And he's made a lot of money, and I have proof of it, but again, Sarah doesn't believe that.
Okay.
Which is fine. Whirlwind says, Dave, your cast was used for CoinHive in 2017 and your viewer count was rigged. I know it was, but Sarah doesn't believe that. Look, I cannot possibly tell you the importance of not letting this stop us, this disagreement about perceptions, or the disagreement we have from the right and the left. It's the same kind of thing. Because a lot of us take sides on every single issue, but we all think collectively, and that's a problem. And the fact that the centrist movement hasn't formed means that we somehow want to divide our country, or we're doing whatever the elitists want us to do, which is create division. So I think that the more we agree to disagree and look at all the issues individually, the better off we'll be. If we think collectively like a bunch of Democrats or a bunch of Republicans, we're not going to even communicate on any issue. And I think we found that to be true over the past 4 or 5 administrations. So we need a big change. It has to be a change that will allow both sides to communicate on every issue. Well, I don't have any money, Sniper, so you can't exactly buy me. I'm not driven by money, and money's not going to turn me around. So, well, the number of views that I have been informed by the NSA, and I take it as a serious contact from the NSA. The number of views we had at Vaughn last year was close to 680 million views, not the viewer count that we see at the bottom of the screen. It's 100 times the viewer count you see at the bottom of the screen. Yeah. So and Sarah doesn't believe that the NSA contacted us, so that's okay. And I can't prove that because all of the links and URLs were all completely knocked out by Mark Vaughn. They all had proof. Everyone saying they had viewership had proof when guest chat existed. Strangely enough, guest chat has been destroyed. As we grow, and as the message gets bigger and bigger around the world, you're seeing all these venues for people to come into our show being shut down. Look at BattleCam. They just got taken down. Sarah can roll her eyes all the time.
I'm not rolling my eyes.
Well,
I did not once roll my eyes tonight.
Okay, great. No problem. I don't care if you do. It doesn't matter to me. You got to understand, I'm living in a world where my perceptions make me believe certain things and your perceptions make you believe certain things. So I can't exactly jive those two worlds when we talk about what's happening in the world. So when I talk about conspiracy issues, a lot of people freeze up when they go, I don't want to talk about kids being used by elitists to drink their blood. And I frankly don't want to talk about them either. And frankly, I told Sarah tonight, I said, I didn't even want to do a blackface video back in 2009. But I had to because the censorship is so great in our country that I needed to make fun of Barack Obama, and I couldn't have done it in whiteface. Okay? It wouldn't have worked. So if you don't get the whole free speech thing, you might not understand what the show's about. So we want to have your opinions, even if you differ with us. But sometimes when they're extremely off, like you're a flat earther, we may be muting you. Because we need to stay on point here. I am not in any way, no, I'm not obscure. Look, at everywhere I go in America, people are looking at me, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because I look kind of funny. That's possible.
You're beautiful.
No, I could be kind of funny looking. I don't know. Okay, I'll see you guys in a bit. We can agree to disagree on this subject, and we can still keep moving on. Thank you. Yes, Sarah is very much a skeptic, and she has every right to be, and I don't have any right to convince any of you of anything, because that happens on your own. You make your own decisions.
You can try to convince people.
Yeah, but again, if everyone says everything's fake news, nobody believes anything. So if you want to believe it's real, that's fine. No, Sarah does not believe in the hundreds of millions of UHF viewers at all.
No, Stevie?
Well, when I get the pics, I will give you a 5-minute. If Dildo at Newfoundland really is constructing a 40-foot
No, not
sign.
pictures. Video.
Video, yeah. It can't be pictures. It has to be video, because otherwise pictures can be photoshopped. All right? Thank you. Okay, the gun is slightly out of frame. What gun?
What are you talking about? There's no such thing.
Hey, there is a Dildo Newfoundland map. I didn't realize this today, but yeah, go ahead and map quest it. Find out how far it can be. You can get there by boat, I think. Okay, Sarah's going to take over the show and provide you with some trivia. I am going to step out, take a break, and I appreciate the time to explain all this. And yeah, we are trying to get our new computer in the next couple of weeks up and running.
And despite everything, I still believe that David can change the world.
Good. Thank you. Well, there you have it.
It's via this medium. I'm not so sure.
We don't know if it's the troll medium that we're on, but we only have one choice because we've been censored in every other... Oh, that's right. You don't believe we're censored. Oh, sorry.
Oh, wait. That was me rolling my eyes. Right. What Act 176? All right. I mean, I'm sure there's definitely places with silly names. That happens. Okay. Oh, there we go. But anyway, yes, I'm happy to be here with all of you. Let's start on some trivia, shall we? I'm here to learn. Oh, you have a video of the place? Thanks, Candy Rain. It might be a video of the location. I doubt it's a video of... Okay. I'll... Wait. Here. I should pause this and I'll save it for later. I know. I'll add this video to David's. There we go. Added to the playlist so he can watch it tonight. I don't believe in blackface video. I mean, I will say this. I would never do it, Stevie. However, I believe in people's rights to freedom of speech, so anyone can do what they wish to do. Like David. All right, we're working on world politics, learning about world politics, and tonight the clues start with the letter S. I think I did some of these already. Oh, yes, I'll start with this one. What were negotiations started in Helsinki, Finland in 1969 between the United States and the Soviet Union to limit the country's stock of nuclear weapons? Oh, that's a good one, Jar Jar. The treaties resulting from these negotiations Have a certain name. Visitor 3 is right. Oh, quantum shark skin's close. It's, oh wait, they did have start one. The treaties resulting from the negotiations are called SALT 1 and SALT 2, which stands for Strategic Arms Limitation Talks. These treaties have led to START, Strategic Arms Reduction Talks, START 1, a 1991 agreement between the United States and Soviet Union, and START 2, a 1993 agreement between the United States and Russia. These placed specific caps on each side's stock of nuclear weapons. Oh, alright. You want me to stop the trivia and talk about your son and his current whereabouts. I do not know the whereabouts of your son. Sarah, which city changed sides the most times during the American Civil War? I would believe it was somewhere in Virginia. Can I reboot? This is hard on the ears. Is it too loud? I can possibly lower the volume if that will help you. That much is right. I don't know where in Virginia it was. Who do you think is your son? Are you thinking like David's your son and you want him on camera or something? Winchester, Virginia. Oh, interesting. Volume's perfect. I'm wearing too many clothes according to you. Yes, we'll see, Taco Pete. I ate coffee grounds. Drop it. What are two levels of problem solving? One is a broad plan of action, and the other are the means for carrying out this broad plan. Well, I don't have a speech impediment. Perhaps something is wrong with your ears. Correct, quantum shark skin. And yes, Dalai Lama has the beginning part right. It's strategy and tactics. Strategy and tactics. I'm not angry, Tikkun. Thank you. I try not to be. Is it because I'm all... I'm putting on a shiny smile? Maybe. Taco Pete says it's all up to Mueller to reveal what's happening with Trump, and then we'll go from there. I tend to agree with you. Oh, you made some more glue for dinner, didn't you, Mr. Glue? He's giving me pictures of what he made for dinner, like oatmeal and... Do not eat Tide Pods and glue. That's Tide Pods and glue. That's not good. Do not eat that concoction. So many, Tikkun. Isn't it lovely? Oh, I will never... No, I've never considered it, and I would never will, Stevie. All right, what is direct personal negotiations between heads of governments, especially meetings that took place between the leaders of the United States and the former Soviet Union? Something like that. Oh, good job, Drama Llama got it. It was a summit meeting. I did wear mini skirts when I was younger, but now I'm almost over the hill. This year I'll be over the hill. And so no, I haven't worn mini skirts in a long time. Or short shorts. Yeah. I will be 40 in 1 month, or actually less than a month. I'll be 40 years old. No, you've confirmed that Sarah has worn mini skirts. Sure. I think I still do own one or two. All right, we're no longer on the letter S. We're going to be on the letter T. Thanks, Mom. What is a body of Islamic fundamentalist students who rose to power in 1996 in Afghanistan? By 1998, they controlled about 90% of the country and imposed harsh Islamic law. Correct? Quantum sharkskin and pumpkin hunters? Yes. Including strict codes of behavior. In the wake of the September 11th attacks, the United States attacked this group, which was believed to be harboring terrorists, in particular Al-Qaeda and Osama bin Laden. The correct answer was Taliban, the Taliban movement. Perhaps they do. Maybe you should go to Afghanistan and find out, Mr. Coffee Grinds. Yes, the age of Aquarius. Correct, Bugs. Bugs are supposed to be full of nutrition. All right, what are acts of violence committed by groups that view themselves as victimized by some notable historic wrong? Although these groups have no formal connection with governments, they usually have the financial and moral backing of sympathetic governments. Correct? Drama Llama, Pumpkin Hunters, Jar Jar, Clint Eastwood. Yes, it was terrorism. Stevie asked, Sarah, what was the only double envelopment of the Revolutionary War? I want to say Bunker Hill. No, perhaps Getty's. No, yes, I want to say Bunker Hill. But I could be wrong. I like that time for ATP. You're thankful that you have heat because it's going to get down to 37 tonight there. I'm thankful you have that heat too. Wrong. Okay, Battle of Cowpens. Okay. I'm okay being wrong. Always look at what you have, not at what you don't. I like that. Good advice time for ATP. You know, the world isn't all about money. I guess that happens in Ghana, Joey. That's what David was saying. That would be fun though, Stevie. I would love doing that, but what is a nation or state in which a clergy exercise political power and in which religious law is dominant over civil law? Iran, led by the Ayatollah Khomeini, was this type of nation under the Islamic clergy. Oh, good job. Drama Llama, Pumpkin Hunters, Jar Jar, I think got it right. Theocracy is right. Is Niger also a theocracy? All right. What is the What are the non-aligned nations, which are often developing nations, of Africa, Asia, and Latin America? They're in a certain group of nations because they were either allied neither with the United States nor with the former Soviet Union. Pumpkin Hunters is right. Dramalama is right. It is third world nations. Oh, good job, Chicken. You had third world too. All right. What is the size of the nuclear warhead or set of warheads that a missile, such as a ballistic missile, can carry? A nation might make up for the inaccuracy of its missiles by increasing this. On the right track, back into audio. Starts with the letter T, though. Oh, on the right track, Drama Llama. It is throw weight. Throw weight. Which ancient Greek philosopher? I don't know the answer to that, Stevie. Do you? What is a political party in Britain, also called the Conservative Party? Jar Jar. Oh, you got throw weight. Good job. Pumpkin Hunters, yes. Baker Boy, yes. Drama Llama, yes. Quantum Shark Skin, yes. Okay. Yes, it is the Tories. In the late 18th century, the Tories took form as defenders of the king and stability and of established interests in Britain. They advised caution in making political and social change. Winston Churchill, Benjamin Disraeli, and Margaret Thatcher belonged to the Tory party. Drama Llama says Tory came from the Irish Gaelic word for outlaw. Ooh, interesting. Baker Boy said Tories are the Republicans of the UK. When is David coming back? Pretty soon. He doesn't want to miss you. Perhaps Sarah loves Jesus. I just told Mad Dog that I will never ever date him. And then I didn't send him a photo that he kind of tried to make me feel guilty for not sending him some kind of Christmas gift. And anyway, that's it. And so then I just told him I'm never going to date him. And then he said, oh, don't. Anyway, so I did not send him the photo. Yes, I will ask David to play Mr. Right for your cousin. I won't, Jar Jar Drinks. All right. Next one. What is domination by a government of all political, social, and economic activities in a nation? The previous one was the accuracy. Oh, Quantum Shark Skin, close enough. Totalitarianism. Well, then Sarah loves Jesus. Why don't you go and console Mad Dog? Maybe you can bring him some happiness. Someone said I was America's sweetheart. Well, I guess lately I've just been a heartbreaker. I just told a few people that I will never ever date you because I'll always be with David. But then, as you heard earlier tonight, David said that we don't believe the same things. So then that's heartbreaking too. All right, enjoy, Yerp Yerp. All right, totalitarianism. is a phenomenon of the 20th century. Earlier forms of despotism and autocracy lacked the technical capacity to control every aspect of life. The term is applied both to fascist governments and many forms of communism. Yes, David is 18 years my senior, and I'll always love him. I'll always be with him. Thanks, Urindel. Thanks, Baker Boy. Yes, correct. I agree with you. I will not live to 250. But David might. Oh, Taco Pete thinks, hello, sorry, Nuacon, C-Pop, you're no fan of Trump, but sorry, I missed some of your chat. Taco Pete says it's time to dump Drumpf, and he likes Don Lemon. And Nucon, I don't know, thinks Lemon is a tool. And he thinks Hillary is one reason Haiti is in a bad shape. And Taco Pete thinks that without Don Lemon, we wouldn't have the truth. And he thinks Hillary has made Haiti into a great country. And Taco Pete thinks Hillary's taught Haiti how to start a charity and make good cash. And Nucon said, haha, right. All right. Oh, David always tells me how much he loves me. Thank you. Thank you, Airhorn. Exactly. David is a good man. You don't agree with everything he says, but you will vote for him because he is the best candidate. Yes, I agree. I do agree with you, Airhorn. I don't think that'll happen, S-Heart. I have heard that rumor, Krintz. I don't know what you're saying, Stevie. All right, moving on. What are the doctrines of the 20th century Russian political leader Leon, who believed that communism should depend on the cooperation of the proletariats of all nations rather than on domination by the Soviet Union? His ideas were opposed by Joseph Stalin, the Soviet premier, who sent him into exile, made him a non-person, and eventually had him assassinated. Correct? Drama Llama, Bag and Audio, Pumpkin Hunter, and yes, Saber. Trotskyism. Good night, 668. Rolling over now. Okay. At least for me, that's my motto, S-Heart. Right. Moving on. All right, what? Oh, we're no longer on T. We're now on U. I doubt that, Stevie. What is a formal message delivered from one government to another threatening war if the receiving government fails to comply with conditions set forth in the message? For example, after, yes, monkey times. Hi, Drama Llama, yes. Pumpkin Hunters, yes. For example, after the assassination of the Archduke Francis Ferdinand in 1914, the government of Austria sent an ultimatum to Serbia, which Austria held responsible for the assassination. Okay, you didn't roll over. Good. That was an ultimatum. All right. What is action initiated or taken by a single nation rather than by two nations? Or more nations, or several. For example, a nation might choose to disarm in the hopes that others will follow. Drama Llama is correct. Quantum Sharkskin is correct. Drowsy, yes, you won it. Yes. Monkey Times, you got it. Yes. It is unilateralism. What's new, 743? No, I don't play pranks on David. I've only played one prank in my life that I know of. Maybe I've played other pranks, but it was a big one on my family. Because my dad likes to play pranks on April 1st. I don't know if Stevie David wouldn't, David would know I don't do pranks. All right. Hi, Mad Dog. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm in the friend zone. He gets along great with David, Joey. All right, what is part of the official name of the British nation? Wow, I didn't know all that. It includes England, Scotland, Wales, and 6 counties of Ireland, ruled by the King or Queen of England and represented in the nation's parliament. Correct. Drama Llama. Monkey Times. Yes. Actually, Monkey Times is first. Drowsy, yes. Drama Llama, yes. Pumpkin Hunters. I think you got it. Okay. All right. Are they all Rodney Steven Seagal? That would make sense to me. No, it wouldn't. Inverted all the siding. That was unilateralism. No, that was United Kingdom. Sorry. Which the full name is, which I did not know, United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. What, Stevie? All right. What is an organization that includes virtually all countries in the world with nearly 190 member nations? Its General Assembly, in which each member nation has 1 vote, guides policies and finances generally. Correct? Drama Llama? Goohole? Monkey Times? Yes. It is the United Nations. Another important division of the United Nations is the Security Council, in which 5 powerful nations have a majority. The Security Council is charged with solving crises and keeping peace. The United Nations also includes an Economic and Social Council, a Secretariat or Administrative Division, and the International Court of Justice or World Court. It is also allied with several agencies that operate independently, such as the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, the World Bank and World Health Organization, WHO, and the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. Ticken believes this Security Council should be resolved. It's hardly democratic that all of Africa has 0 members in the Security Council. That's a good point. Good point, S-Heart. Okay. Yes, I've been a heartbreaker lately. By the way, the United Nations was formed after World War II as a successor to the League of Nations and has served as a forum for many international disputes, notably the Arab-Israeli conflict and the Cuban Missile Crisis. It also engages in peacekeeping operations by sending lightly armed detachments of soldiers from neutral nations to supervise ceasefires between combatants. Through the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, it provides aid for those uprooted by war or famine. The Korean War was officially fought by the United Nations against North Korea. I did not know that. A 28-nation coalition of United Nations member states opposed Iraq's invasion of Kuwait in 1990. The headquarters of the UN are in Manhattan. Some of its affiliates, however, are centered elsewhere. The International Court of Justice sits in The Hague. UNHCR is headquartered in Geneva, and UNESCO is in Paris. Oh, that's funny. Oh, True Blue, yay, I'm glad your splinter is gone. You let it grow out. Yay, I bet you feel so much better. I hate splinters. One time I had a splinter in my foot, but it was from a pine cone, like a little piece of a pine cone, and it got stuck in there, and then the skin grew over it, and that was bad. Funny, Ace Spade. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Mad Dog. That's smart, Krent. Wear builder's gloves. Good. And your finger's fine. That's good. Hello, Delvin. Oh, so funny, Stevie. All right. So I hope that you learn, True Blue, to wear gloves. That is funny, Bagant Audio. All right, what is a controversial agency allied with the United Nations? It was founded to enhance cooperation among members of the United Nations in education, science, and culture. In the 1980s, several countries withdrew, complaining that it had become too political. Thank you, Captain Howdy, for not sharing those with me. I have not taken it yet, Ace Spade. I only remember mentioning it on the show once. All right, that was UNESCO. United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. All right, we're no longer on you. Good job, by the way, Quantum Shark Skin. What is a vote that blocks a decision? In the United Nations, for example, each of the 5 permanent members of the Security Council has the power of this. Good job, Quantum Shark Skin. Pumpkin Hunters E instead of I, but yes. Drama Llama, yes. Krint, yes. Aspid, E instead of I, and Joey's yes. And good job, 296, correct. That is a veto. Oh, now we're no. That was the only one with V. What is the action of leaving a meeting, place of work or organization as an expression of disapproval or grievance? During Grimm's speech, the radical students staged this. Oh yeah, true, True Blue. Correct, Quantum Shark Skin, and 296. Good job. Oh, I wonder. Yeah. Okay. And yes, Drama Llama, Monkey Times, Pumpkin Hunters. It is a walkout. Trivia for Von Live users. Yes, 532. What is a state or government that promotes public welfare through programs of public health, pensions, unemployment, compensation, public housing, and the like? The expression is often used by those hostile to government intervention in these areas. Correct. Drama Llama, Pumpkin Hunters. 296, yes. Quantum Shark Skin, funny. You put California. Welfare state is the answer. Good job, 296. All right. No more W's. What is a game in which the winnings of some players must equal the losses of the others? These are mentioned in a political context when it's believed that resources are limited and every decision will produce both winners and losers. Correct, Quantum Shark Skin. Yes, I remember. In such situations, political decisions will be made on the basis of trade-offs between competing interests. It is a zero-sum game. I'm not sure that David can play Mr. Right for you tonight, actually. You'll have to wait and see if he can. Well, Monkey Times, but I'm also casting over at iVlog, so I have guest chat open over there. Can I unban Pork Jowls? He was pretty rude. I was just going to purge him. Sure, I can do that for you, Mad Dog. Okay, Stretch. Oh, I don't mean to be giving you mixed signals. You're still, will always be in the friend zone. Not yet, Captain Howdy. David keeps growing strong, whether he has the flu or not. What is the belief that Jews should have their own nation? It's gained much support among Jews and others in the early 20th century, and the hope for a nation was established in the late 1940s in Palestine. Correct, Drama Llama. And Monkey Times, and Drama Llama, and Pumpkin Hunters. Thanks, Quantum Shark Skin. Shelly, you're right. 296, correct. Zionism. Zionism is opposed by most Arabs. Yes, I had some of David's kielbasa casserole from Thursday for dinner tonight. It was quite lovely. Last night I had some with, you're welcome. I did read that. I'm glad. I will say we will remain in the friend zone. Rocker, I am doing as well as can be considered. How about that? No, actually, Monkey Times, it goes in the freezer. I do eat David's dinners over time. I put them in the freezer and then they act as like frozen meals for me. Yes, that's good, I guess. Yes. Yes, correct, Bag End Audio. Ha ha ha, Freakazoid. Your mom's name was Sarah? Nice. Thanks, Canadian, for looking that up. Oh, you guys are going to love the next category. I know David will love it. It is American politics. That's going to be the next category. How fun.
Yeah, really. Sarah's favorite topic. American politics. Okay.